What's up everybody, I am Fabi Makeup and it's time for a favorites video. I'm gonna talk about the products that I tried out in the month of June that I absolutely fell in love with. And we're gonna start things off with a bang. This product is probably what's going to be my favorite product for the whole year. I really don't see how another product can win my heart over like this one did. And I'm talking about the Dyson Air Straight. I did film a dedicated review. I haven't published it yet, but when I do, it'll be linked down below. I can tell you, no joke, this has been life-changing for me. It has dramatically cut down on the amount that I spend doing my hair. And best of all, I can use it on wet hair or on dry hair. So for instance, I washed my hair yesterday. I don't have anything on it. This is my natural texture. Normally, if I wanted to style my hair at this point, starting off with dry hair, maybe I would take the flat iron to it. But you know how it is when you're using a flat iron that you have to be really careful with sectioning your hair. You have to be combing it through, making sure that you're not ironing any tangles or knots. And your hair will end up looking polished, yes, but with zero volume, right? You're essentially ironing your hair. But now I can take the Air Straight and straighten it. And yes, I'm gonna get a straight look, but it's gonna have a little bit more body than if I were to use a flat iron. Another thing that I really like about this is that you don't have to be too careful sectioning your hair. As you can see in the B-roll, I'm not using a fine-tooth comb like this one to go over each section before running it through the Air Straight. I just grab a section with my hands, no comb required, and I run it through the Air Straight. And you're good. You don't need to be too careful about it. It took me 25 minutes and I have this polished, perfected, smooth looking hairstyle. Even the back of my head doesn't look wonky. Normally if I give myself a blowout, I'm always contorting myself. There's weird angles that you have to reach, and I always have a leftover wave in the back of my head. And the back of my head, I'm assuming looks good. I can't see it from here, but I think it looks good. The other huge thing, huge benefit about this is that if I were giving myself a blowout, I would be already sweating. I would feel drops of sweat rolling down my back. It just gets really uncomfortable. Whereas using the Air Straight, you didn't see me getting contorted in weird angles. Another thing for me is that because the heat is always pointing away from your face, it's not hitting my face directly, so it's not exacerbating my melasma. So that's a big deal to me. And lastly, just as a general user experience, this is so much more pleasant. I had to keep looking at the camera just to make sure that the camera didn't lose focus. But normally I'm looking at my iPad or I'm looking at my phone and I'm watching videos, I'm listening to podcasts, and 25 minutes is nothing. The one thing that could use a little bit of work would be my bangs. Normally I would just grab them and re-dampen them with a sprayer and hit them with a round brush and blow dryer, but they look pretty decent. This next product is the latest launch from Dyson Air Straight. It's her Yummy Skin Tint. This has quickly become my go-to base product. Up until now, I've been using the Rare Beauty Tinted Moisturizer almost every day, and I still love it. But for now, this is a new favorite of mine, and I'll tell you more about it as I put it on. What I like is that it is very easy because it's a skin tint. It is sheer, and Dyson Air Straight says to think of it as skincare in a bottle. Let me look at my notes here. It contains collagen peptides, which give plumpness to the skin. So skin looks hydrated, and it's true. Skin looks very hydrated. It has ceramides, which are great for dry skin. Cactus extract helps with water retention, and I usually apply it with my fingers. Another big claim is that this is supposed to contain color correction pigments. It gives you enough coverage to balance out your skin tones and correct any areas of, I imagine, hyperpigmentation or redness. This shade is kind of like for my forehead, but what I do is that I just give it an extra blend and it's generally fine. I have a little bruise here from the Botox I got a few days ago. I imagine that this will probably cancel it out. As you can see, my skin looks glowy. It has a hydrated look. It does feel plump pump. It does not contain SPF, just FYI. So you'll have to layer your SPF either under or over this. Doesn't pill at all. Overall, it's a great quality product. I like the finish. This has been my go-to for just everyday no makeup. Cream blushes are so trendy, right? This month I tried 3 cream blushes. Say, Makeup by Mario, and NARS. Actually, Makeup by Mario was, I think I tried it in May, but I didn't do a favorites for that month. So I'm bringing it into the June favorites video. I'm gonna put all 3 on my cheeks. I'm gonna start with the one from NARS. This is a liquid blush. It's sheer, it gives you a beautiful natural wash of color. This shade in particular is Dolce Vita. Let's go ahead and apply this. You could also put it in the back of your hand and work the brush into the back of your hand, but normally I don't feel like dirtying my hand and I just put it straight on my cheek. And that's fine. You see, it's nice and easy. I could do another layer, but I won't because I have the other 2 products that I want to put on top of this one. Now we have the Makeup by Mario blush in Rose Crush. This is very similar, if not the same formula as his skin enhancer. I am gonna work this one in the back of my hand. I don't want the product to just be sitting on the bristles. I want it to be worked into the bristles. Now we're gonna tap. Not that you couldn't use it straight from the pan, I will, but I'm just gonna do 2 taps because it does have pigment. However, it has pigment, but it's still sheer. It has that natural finish. This is not matte. If you want even a lighter color, a more natural looking color, if you have a fair complexion or like me that I'm like a light medium complexion, try the shade Barely Blushing. That is just like the shade name says, it's a barely there pinky shade that gives you the most natural looking flush to your cheeks. So there we go. That's Rose Crush. Oh, whoops, I forgot about the other cheek. So I'm gonna do the same thing. First, NARS. I'm gonna wipe off my brush on my Sigma switch just to get the excess off the brush. And this brush is a MAC. I want to say it's a 168. I can't tell because the numbers are faded. I got it about 6 years ago. I don't know if they still make it, but any just fluffy brush will do. Such a beautiful color, right? Okay, so now we're gonna go in with the Makeup by Mario. Actually, I'm gonna put it here in the back of my hand. And up next, we're gonna use the one from Say. Say has this new cream blush that is very metallic. It's a very particular finish just because it's so metallic. I don't think I'm gonna put it all over my cheek. Okay, I overdid it on this side. Let me grab another brush and try to remove some of it. Wipe it off on my paper towel here. So this is the Glow Sculpt brush from Say, and I have it in the shade Mauve Glow. I don't know if you can see how metallic it is. Okay, so I'm gonna take a small brush because I am using this as a highlighter, not really a blush. So I want to place it on the top of my cheekbone. I think I'll just put it on with my finger so that I can get more on there and you're able to see what it looks like. You see how glowy it is? Definitely not a product that I would reach to on an everyday basis, but I would definitely use it as a blush topper or as a highlighter on an evening out, let's say. Now I'm nice and glowy. Let's put it on the other cheek. I want to tone down the blush just a tad. So I'm gonna grab the Skin Tint, put a little bit here in the back of my hand, and I'm gonna work it into a sponge. Just work it really well into your damp sponge. And then I'm gonna tap the sponge here along the edges of the blush to diffuse it and make it look a little more seamless. If you even wanna go over the blush with the sponge, that's totally fine. Okay, beautiful. Now the other cheek. All right. Much better. And for my next favorite product is this powder from Givenchy. This is the Prisma Libre. I have it in the shade 4. This is the most blurring powder I have ever used. And even though I do want a glowy look, we can benefit from applying some powder around the shining areas right here on the nose, T-zone. And with a powder brush, this one is a Powder and Sculpt brush from Charlotte Tilbury. I'm going to place it here on my smile lines where the product, the skin tint will likely collect. On my nose, And if you want a more heavy duty blurring, mattifying effect, you can use a sponge to apply it and really press it into the skin and you're gonna notice a difference. But for this look, I just want to powder lightly. My lips are feeling kind of dry, so let's talk about the next product. This is another favorite that I discovered last month. It's the lip balm from Summer Fridays. What I really like about this lip balm is that it's a combination of a lip gloss and a lip balm. It feels extremely nourishing as soon as you put it on. It smells amazing. This one in particular is the shade Poppy, and as you can see, it's sheer, but it does have pigment to it. This shade in particular is described as a sheer coral shade with a hint of sweet citrus flavor. The scent is not faint, it's definitely there, but it smells really, really good. So I don't mind it one bit. And the reason why I liked this lip balm so much is because it does feel extremely nourishing. It doesn't come off quickly. It feels like it does stay on my lips, and the fact that it feels hydrating almost upon contact. And it also gives you that high finish shine, that instead of reaching for a sticky lip gloss when your lips are feeling dry, you really want the nourishing feeling of a lip balm. But yeah, look at that. Look how glossy my lips look. This formula is also vegan. Would I get another shade? Yes. The only con that I see to this is the tube. I love the packaging, don't get me wrong. I love the color, I love the texture. It's this really like a soft velvety plasticky texture, and the design is beautiful. I love the typography, and this might be a very specific use case. So when I'm driving, I often reach into my purse to fish out a lip balm, and I like to kind of put it on the wheel while I'm still looking at the road, open it, and normally it comes with a wand, an applicator wand, and I go like this. And I don't look down at the lip gloss whatsoever, because it has a wand, right? So you know that the product is on the wand. And with this, I feel like I have to really look at it and pay attention and see how much I'm squeezing out. Oh, do I want more? Yes. Okay, keep squeezing, keep squeezing. Okay, yeah, that's it. And then I put it on. And I don't want to have to do that while I'm driving. I don't want to have to take my eyes off the road. Am I getting too picky? Yes, maybe, but I think it's a valid use case. But regardless, I would purchase another shade. So for those of you that want the feeling of a lip balm, but also the look of a gloss, this is a really nice product. The next product I want to talk about is the Yucca palette from Natasha Denona. This is really a beautiful color story. It's neutral enough for your everyday, but still different while not being intimidating at all. So we're gonna do a quick look right now. I am going to take Teepoo as my transition shade. Just work it along the crease. Then with a smaller brush, I'm gonna start defining the crease a little bit more. So I'm gonna take the shade Valley. And once I have the amount of pigment that I want, I'll start blending it in, bringing it in towards the inner part of the eye. Now I'm gonna take a mix of Acacia and Flax, and I'm gonna put it in the outer V. And so I'm gonna keep the darkest part of the outer V. So I'm gonna grab Citrine, and I'm gonna use it just here on the edges. I'm gonna run it on the edges, sort of like a blending shade. But really what I want is just that pop of mustard, which doesn't sound as pretty as it looks, but it does look really nice. Yeah, you see that? How you no longer have just a plain neutral brown. You added a little something with this yellow color. Now I'm gonna take Komorebi, this beautiful sparkly shade, and put it here in the center of my eyelid. Wow, look at that sparkle. Beautiful. Look at that. And now I'm gonna take Plantasia and I'm gonna put it here in the inner part, not being super precise, just using my fingers. The only thing that I'm going to use a brush for is for the inner corner, to get some sparkle into the inner corner. Okay, for the inner corner, I am gonna pick up more of Plantasia on this flat brush and just put it here, just to highlight the tear duct. I'm taking some more Flax here on the outer corner, just to reinforce it. The other side. And now for eyeliner, you guys, I just discovered this one from Victoria Beckham. If you watched the other video with my first impression, it says it all. It is soft, it is pigmented, but when I say soft, it is the softest eyeliner that I have tried. It goes on like butter. This liner is so easy. What I also like about this liner is how easy to blend it is. So I'm just gonna go over that line with this pointy brush, wipe it off just to get a more like a softer, smokier line, not line effect. So I don't want you to be able to see, to notice a stark line per se. And I'm also going to put it on my waterline. This sparkle is so beautiful. Really loving the eyeshadow palette and really loving how this look is coming out. And then going over the liner with my brush. I'm gonna do the lower waterline too. Let me try to clean that up with a Q-tip. Nice, very nice. Last but not least is this mascara from Tower 28. This is a tubing formula. My favorite tubing mascara has been the one from Thrive. That's an excellent, excellent mascara. It does a fantastic job at lengthening your lashes. This one lengthens, probably doesn't lengthen as much as the Thrive one does, but it also volumizes them. Whereas the Thrive mascara doesn't really excel in that area. The volumizing factor is not there, but this one, I think it's a good mix between lengthening and volumizing. It does both. When I was at Ulta the other day, I was browsing around and I saw this little gadget. It's from Tweezerman. What is it called? A lash guard. It won the Allure Best of Beauty Award in 2022. So yes, this is a lash guard. So you're supposed to help you not get any mascara on your eye as you apply mascara, and it also has a comb. It has a comb so that you can comb your lashes as you do your mascara, I guess. But I've tried it once and I haven't gotten a hang of it. I'm gonna try it again because in theory it's a great idea if I can really work the brush into my lashes without worrying about getting mascara all over my eyelid. It's just odd to hold if you're not used to it. Like everything, it probably takes practice. I don't know. Oh, yeah. I was gonna say, no, I'm not convinced yet, but then I saw, wow, major lift and volumizing and lengthening. Yeah, I feel like I really was able to get the product in there into my lashes. Okay, let's try the other eye. Left side, I'm right-handed, so I don't know how this is gonna go. What am I doing? It's almost like I forgot how to put on mascara, period. I'm trying to pretend that there's no guard there, but I can't pretend it's not there. I'm doing these weird things. I think I like it. And I haven't really used the comb. Let's use the comb. Now the comb, I think maybe use this comb. I don't know, but it does feel like I'm able to coat the lashes with the mascara better because I can press the brush into the guard, really depositing the product, coating the lash. I wouldn't put it in a favorites video just yet, but I think I like it. However, yes, Mascara 28, definitely a new favorite. That concludes the look, right? Let's get my earrings on, hair down, and let me know what you think about these products. Let me know if you've tried it. Have you picked up the Dyson Air Straight, or have you thought about picking it up? Is it worth the money to you? Because it's really it's a very personal decision, right? There we go. I did put a dent in my hair because of the scrunchie, but that's okay. That's all right. So what do you guys think? This is the finished look. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.